They want the cars so badly, they are pushing them out of driveways.
Own a Dodge Charger or Challenger, better lock it up because there has been a significant increase in thefts of those cars specifically.
Turns out that thieves are doing more than just violently carjacking people. The number of auto thefts are up too. And there's one model thieves are targeting, and for good reason.
All involving stolen Chargers or Challengers. Those cars are a hot item right now for thieves.
Cars most likely to be stolen, according to the insurance companies.
Theft claim rates for these vehicles are more than 5 times the all-vehicle average.
Thieves who broke a window, put this Charger in neutral, then pushed it down the road in Roseville.
They turn them in, they take them to a chop shop, and then from there the parts are being sold. So there's a big market in it, black market of parts and all that. So, and they're making money.
What is up, y'all? Rich Homie here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's talk about probably one of the better investments for you to do to protect your vehicle. So let's get into it. Man, so Dodge Chargers, Dodge Challengers, they are hot commodities these days. I mean, everybody wants one. They've been marked up like heavily on the used market, and then on the new markets, they usually fly off the shelves. So a lot of people will want to get those one way or another, and probably the more cost-effective way is with the 5-finger discount, meaning that they're gonna steal it. So it's crazy, especially if you're in like larger metropolitan areas. You definitely heard about on the news or on Facebook, seen on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, of someone's Dodge Charger, Dodge Challengers being stolen, especially the ones with the more high output engines, so like your Scat Pack 392s, your Hellcats especially, and even RTs. And we never would want that to happen. Make sure you always got that full coverage, but even though you're still gonna get your paycheck or a check back to compensate, I mean, you poured your heart and soul into that car, and you never want to see that happen, right? So one way to protect it is to, of course, have your security or notification system. And probably one of the best ways for me that I've found is with using CarLock. So shout out to CarLock for sending this out to me to do a little quick first impressions and review of the product, because I definitely want to protect my investment and basically my baby, right? So what they sent out to me is advanced car tracking and alert notification system for your car. So basically, where your car is at all times, as well as if anyone's breaking into it, you get a notification on your phone right away. So this is a great investment to basically put on your car to protect it from, anything that might happen. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so some of the features you do get with the CarLock is, of course, the real-time, GPS tracking, which, unlike with the Uconnect app, the GPS tracking on that takes about 30 seconds to a minute to refresh, versus this, it's real-time and you can track where your car has been. There's also a teenager monitoring feature where you can set certain thresholds to your speed limit or to your speed. So basically it will alert you if the car has surpassed that certain threshold. Let's say if you were to let your son or your daughter borrow your car or rent it out on Turo, as another example, you can see if they're just dogging on the car, setting it, just driving wild around the streets, then it can hit them up. So this is a good feature to include. The main feature here is, of course, protecting your car and giving you that alert and notification system when anyone has broken into your car or senses like that vibration. It just gives you that notification, and you can set a select schedule, and it works really well. So yeah, without me dragging on and on, I'm gonna unbox this product. It's just a very simple product. and then we're gonna put this to the test and give you my first impressions. So let's get into it. So here's the device itself. You know, it comes in a pretty small package here. So you have your OBD2 device here, as well as the link to download the CarLock app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. On the back, it just highlights the features that I mentioned before, like the vibration detection and alerting, your teenage monitoring feature where you can set a certain threshold to your speed and it gives you alerts if it gets over, your virtual mechanic or your diagnostic feature, as well as, you know, your GPS tracker. And in the device or in the package, it just says CarLock here. And here is your OBD2 device here. It says CarLock. And then here you do get your activation code for a free 30-day trial or 30-day subscription with this and your serial number. So basically, this does run on a monthly or yearly subscription. Basically, have all these services to work. And a monthly or yearly subscription is a pretty cheap price to invest your car cost over time compared to, you know, installing a Viper security alarm or system in your car. Then this is definitely cheaper over the long run, because, you know, if you want to use this in multiple vehicles, let's say if you're like switching cars, if you switch cars usually over a span of 3 or 4 years, then of course you can switch these and put this on multiple vehicles at once. Or, you know, you can be very flexible with your plan, where if you want to have this on for a certain couple of months, and then during like the winter you store your car away, you don't want to have the subscription on, that's definitely very flexible for you to have some cost savings, which is definitely a huge win for me, because during the winter, you know, I don't drive the car too much, keep it garaged, then, you know, I won't have to activate this. But during the spring, summer, and fall, I like to drive it around a lot, keep it parked everywhere, then I would like to have this on and the subscription. So yeah, y'all, it's just this device. All we're gonna do is just plug this in and then put it to the test. I'm just gonna download the app, set it up, so let's get into it. All right, so installing the device, it is really simple. Here's the OBD2 port on basically the driver's side footwell for Dodge Chargers and Dodge Challengers. All you gotta do is just stick the CarLock device up there, and bang, there you go. Just drive around for 1 or 2 miles and you should have it finally tracking your phone. All right, so I actually made a couple trips. It finally tracked my location. And after making your couple of trips, you have your little dashboard of, you know, how many miles you have driven in it so far with the CarLock device in, how much time was all your trips together, how many trips you made in total, the average speed. Dang, 23 miles an hour. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of city driving. Top speed 41, and your driving score 77 out of 100. There you go, that's your driving score for the month. Basically, it takes into account, you know, how fast you accelerate, how hard you brake, and all of that. Basically gives you more in-depth information. Of course, one of my favorite parts of the device is the log. It basically logs all the trips you have made this far, as well as any vibration detections it has noticed. And, you know, when your car is started, this is a great log to keep, and especially for, you know, if you want to reimburse miles on this car, or for any, you know, renting purposes, this is a good thing to have. So not only for security, but for tracking and logging, this is a great device to have as well. All right, so for the screen that you are gonna use the most, which is the smart lock, you basically have 2 features, which is a timer lock, where if you enable it, the CarLock will engage once you turn off your engine after 5 minutes. And you have your scheduler, so basically you can schedule the time of day and hours the CarLock can be enabled. So I usually like to enable the timer lock. The use case for the scheduler is, you know, if you were to park your car in the garage at night, you won't really need it to turn on. But if you go to work, you park it on the streets, you want to know. So you can basically set the schedule to have the CarLock turn on from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. when you work. So it is pretty useful. All right, so to test out the features like the vibration detection or the engine start alert, I'm going to demonstrate it to you here. And all you have to do is just to make sure either your timer lock and or your schedule lock are on. And basically I'm just gonna shake the car and start the engine, and it should give you a notification pretty promptly. And you know, the notification definitely, you know, if you don't expect it, it definitely wakes you up, especially at night. I have not gotten any like false notifications yet. I just got one when I had my what you call it, my radar detector actually fell. The suction cup became loose and fell, and I had a vibration detection. This was at like 10 at night, so I was freaking out. I was like, damn, who's trying to jack my car? And then, you know, I went outside, I didn't see anybody. So and then, you know, I looked through the window and I saw, you know, my radar detector on my seat. So, you know, it can be really sensitive. I did have a couple of windy days out here, but it didn't set off the car alarm, which was pretty good. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and demonstrate it to you. I'll show you, you know, how it sounds like. So let's do it. All right, so I just set my phone on the ground. I'm just gonna give the car a little bit of a shake. I don't want to put fingerprints all over my car, but I gotta do it for you guys. And it'll basically feel like, you know, someone's breaking into your window. And you see, I just got the notification. It says vibration detected, and it gave you the time. So it's pretty quick to give you the notification. And I mean, it just gives you a fighting chance to go and, you know, either confront them or, you know, yell or something, because they'll just scatter like flies. You saw how quickly they gave you the notifications, and I tested this out a bunch of times. So, you know, I got so many notifications, and, you know, I shook the car a bunch of times, but didn't get the correct audio because a lot of people were passing and honking or, you know, saying what's up. So, I mean, the vibration detection is on point, and on the windy days, it will not give you any false alerts, at least from my knowledge. It's pretty sensitive at the same time, not too sensitive because of the wind, but, you know, pretty sensitive where a radar detector just drops onto the seat and it, you know, notices that. Also, the cool thing is that CarLock gives you a notification on your smartwatch, so it is smartwatch enabled, and you see the little vibration icon there. But also, when you start the engine, it gives you a notification here as well. It should come on any second. I actually got on my smartwatch, the engine has started. And once the engine started, you definitely know they already got into it, but it still gives you a fighting chance just to, you know, get your car back. All right, y'all, so final thoughts on the CarLock device itself. I would definitely say it is a good, cost-effective and modern way to protect your car. I definitely love all of the GPS tracking, real-time alerting that this device gives you. And, you know, it's way better than paying like $500 to get a Viper alarm system installed, especially if you're not going to keep the car a long time. It's a monthly membership. It's about $10 a month, which I think is pretty worth it. And of course, you can be a little bit flexible where, you know, during the winter, if you put this car in storage, like in your garage, you're never going to drive it. You know, you don't have to pay, you know, about 30 or 40 bucks to protect your car, or you can get a yearly membership for, you know, a discounted rate. I love the car logging, the data logging of all of your trips, you know, how fast you've been going and all of that. And I definitely love, you know, the security features and how it alerts your phone and how quickly it alerts them. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the CarLock. Make sure you grab yours on the link in the description below. I appreciate everybody watching. And hey, shout out to CarLock. I wouldn't want to represent a product, especially being, you know, back in the YouTube game and, you know, not being that big. You know, I don't want to promote a product that's not, you know, fits my needs or whatever. But I mean, CarLock, you definitely have done it. I appreciate y'all. After this video, I'm just gonna plug this in and just use it. So yeah, y'all. Thanks for everybody for watching. Make sure you check out CarLock. Link in the description below. I'll link to their website as well as their Amazon page where you can buy this. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and I appreciate everybody for watching. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll catch y'all later. See ya.